Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I'm Hashim Ali Khan. So now I'm starting the next problem on accounts of non-profit organizations. So far 14 problems I have completed till the last video. Now in this video I'm starting the 15th problem. So if you are regularly watching the videos on these non-profit organizations accounts, you are familiar with the preparation of final accounts of non-profit organizations. In these organizations, income and expenditure and account and balance sheet. So how to make the income and expenditure account already we have seen in so many problems. So be careful regarding the adjustments, particularly regarding subscriptions. Normally students will commit the mistake in subscriptions. So don't join in between and don't leave in between. If you want the complete knowledge, watch the video till the end. And particularly the starting videos should not be missed. So if you are new to my channel, I suggest you to visit the playlist of my channel. Select the subject, this one, Financial Accounting 2. In this Financial Accounting 2, you will find the videos of accounts of non-profit organizations. Select the subject, watch the initial videos, be perfect regarding the rules of preparing the final accounts, then you come to this video. Now I am going to start the 15th problem. But before starting the problem, I expect my viewers to have a printout of the problems, which I have given in the link under my description. So always, before start watching problems, you must have a copy. Now, 15th problem. The following is the receipts and payments statement of Madras Sports Club for the year ended 31st December 2005. So we are given the receipts and payment statement. So receipt side, debit side, left hand side. To balance, the opening balance, beginning of the year, 1st January 2005. Our year ends on 31st December 2005. The beginning, 1st January. The beginning balance, 2,400. Then entrance fees, subscriptions, A point. Subscription, beside that A is written. So what is A? This item includes subscription outstanding brought over from previous year, 500. That means total subscription received are 8,700. In this 8,700 includes the last year outstanding subscription. So how much of the last year outstanding? 500. So we deduct 500. Because this 500 is not of current year. It is outstanding of the last year. So last year outstanding will be deducted. 8,700 minus 500. Then proceeds of concerts. It's an income, a revenue income. So it will be taken in income and expenditure account. So see, Madras Sports Club income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December. Income side, by subscription received. Subscription received are 8,700. So I have taken subscription received 8,700. From this, we deduct subscription outstanding of the last year given in A point. This item includes subscription outstanding brought over from previous year, 500. 500 rupees deduct. So 8,200. Second one is entrance fees. Regarding entrance fees, see the problem whether it is to be treated as income or to be capitalized. So here in the problem, it is given capital fund, then entrance fees are to be capitalized. Specifically, one sentence is given, entrance fees is to be capitalized. Capitalized means it should be taken to the balance sheet. It should not be treated as revenue income. Don't treat. Take it in the balance sheet. So entrance fees are taken here. 500 rupees. Then subscription. I told you subscription just now. Then proceeds of concerts. This is an income. Revenue income. So proceeds of concerts 1,500. No adjustment. Nothing. This are taken. Now interest on investment 500 is given. Of that 500, some B point is given. What is that B point? This item includes 100 in respect of interest accrued in the previous year. That means this 500 rupees interest on investment received, this 500 includes interest accrued last year. So last year interest should be deducted. While making income and expenditure account, we take all income and expenditure of the current year. Last year should not be taken. So we deduct. How much? 100 rupees we deduct. So here, interest on investment 500 rupees received, out of which last year outstanding interest of last year 100. And current year outstanding is also given. We'll see. Then come to payment side. Secretary's salary 3,600. Salary paid will be taken as a revenue expenditure. To salaries 3,600 I have taken. Then upkeep of ground. This is also one of the expenses, revenue expense. So upkeep of ground, maintenance of ground, C point. First actually 2,100 rupees are paid. So upkeep of ground 2,100 rupees paid. Then adjustments are C point. This item includes 300 applicable to previous year. So this 2,300 includes 300 rupees last year. Last year should be deducted. So minus outstanding of last year 300 rupees you deduct. So 2,100 minus 300 you will get 1,800. Next comes wages of ground men. The wages of ground men is also a revenue expenditure, debit side. How much wages of ground men? 2,400. The wages paid 2,400. One adjustment is the given D. D point. This item includes 150 applicable to the previous year. Again, last year, deduct. So outstanding wages of last year, 150 should be deducted. Current year should be added. We'll see. Then after wages, ground rent 150. That is also a revenue expenditure. Ground rent 150. This one 150. Then comes printing and stationery 200. So printing and stationery here 200 I have taken. Then sundry repairs 175. So sundry repairs 175 I have taken. Next, closing balance. This closing bank balance will go to balance sheet asset side 4975. So balance sheet asset side 4975. You can see here 4975 closing balance. So cash book, all the items I explained you. Then items A, B, C, D I have taken. Now other ledger balances at the commencement of the financial period. Commencement means beginning. At the beginning of the period, we are having capital fund 40,100, income and expenditure account credit balance brought forward 8,900, club premises and grounds as per valuation 30,000, investment 10,000, sports material 2,450, fixtures and fittings 4,000. All these are the balances at the beginning, commencement of the period. From the above particulars, prepare a balance sheet at the commencement of the period, and in an income and expenditure account for the period, and balance sheet at the close of the period. So from this data given, it is asking you to make the balance sheet at the beginning of the year, 1st January 2005. You have to make the income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2005. And you have to make the balance sheet at the end of the year, 31st December 2005. Three things: opening balance sheet, income and expenditure account, closing balance sheet. That's all. That's what you have to find out. And entrance fees are to be capitalized. Last paragraph is given. Capitalized means it should be taken to the balance sheet. And the outstanding liabilities on 31st December 2005. End of the year, 31st December 2005, outstanding liability. Wages are outstanding 200, printing 100, interest accrued and outstanding on investment 120, depreciate club premises by 2%, furniture by 5%, and sports equipment by 33 1/3%. That's it. So first of all, we will make the opening balance sheet. Balance sheet as of 1st January 2005. Here, Madras Sports Club balance sheet as on 1st January 2005. Opening, right? First of all, cash book. In cash book, opening cash, you see how much. Balance on 1/1/2005, 2,400. The opening cash in hand, 2,400. So here I have taken cash in hand, 2,400. Alright? This is the opening balance. Apart from that, what are the other opening balances? The other ledger balances at the commencement of the financial period are capital fund 40,100. Here capital fund 40,100. And income and expenditure account credit balance brought forward 8,900. So surplus. That credit balance in income and expenditure account, that is nothing but surplus. Surplus 8,900. So total 49,000 is the opening capital fund. And then we are given club premises and grounds as per valuation 30,000. So club premises and ground is an asset. So here club premises and grounds 30,000. Next comes investment 10,000. Here investment 10,000. Next, sports material 2,450. Sports material 2,450. Furniture and fixtures 4,000. Furniture fixture 4,000. These are the opening balances given. The other information, you see the A point. A point is this item includes, what is that? A subscription. A is the subscription. So subscription includes outstanding brought forward from previous year 500. That means subscriptions are outstanding last year. The outstanding subscription is an asset. Already every problem we are doing, outstanding subscription is an asset. So last year outstanding were 500. So outstanding subscription last year 500. Similarly, B item. What is a B item? Interest on investment. So this item includes 100 rupees in respect of interest accrued in the previous year. So last year interest accrued, that is also an asset. So interest accrued 100 rupees. C point. This item, what is the C point here? Upkeep of ground. So this item includes 300 applicable to previous year. So during the year upkeep of ground paid 3,100, 2,100. In that 2,100, 300 are relating to last year. So last year expenditure outstanding. Upkeep of ground. Upkeep of ground. So last year's expenditure are outstanding. That is a liability. Outstanding expenditure is a liability. Outstanding income is an asset. So outstanding subscription is an income. Outstanding upkeep of ground is a liability because it is payable. So last year upkeep of ground 300. The outstanding upkeep of ground 300. Next D point. D point is regarding wages. Wages paid are 2,400. This item includes 150 applicable to last year. So last year outstanding wages. So wages outstanding last year 150. That's all. All the items of last year I have taken. See, all the asset side are ticked. All the liability sides are ticked. Now if you find the total, 49,450 tallied. It is asking you to make the opening balance sheet. I have prepared the opening balance sheet. And the balance sheet is tallied. The only thing you have to remember which item should be taken on asset side, which item is a liability. The outstanding payable is a liability. The outstanding receivable is an asset. That point you have to remember. Now I am coming to the income and expenditure account. In income and expenditure account, already we have seen debit side. Salary is 3,600. Here it is given payment side. Payments should be compared with expenditure. Receipts should be compared with the income. Right? So first of all, expenditure, payments. Payments plus secretary salary 3,600 I have taken. Next, upkeep of ground 2,100. Upkeep of ground 2,100. Last year outstanding 300, 1,800 I have taken. Wages paid. Wages of groundmen 2,400. So 2,400 wages paid. Outstanding wages of current year. See the last sentence. Last sentence, outstanding liability on 31st December 2005. Wages 200. So current year's wages outstanding 200. That will be added. Outstanding wages of current year 200 added. One point you remember, current year's outstanding will appear twice. Outstanding wages is added here. Again outstanding wages should be shown as a liability. Here you can see outstanding wages 200. So here it is added to wages. There it should be taken on the liability side. Current year's outstanding. Only current year's outstanding. Next comes ground rent 150. This 2,400 plus 200 minus 150, 2,450. We have taken 2,450. Ground rent 150, sundry expenses 175. Ground rent, sundry expenses. Postage and printing 200. See here, printing and postage 200. Add outstanding printing current year. So last line, outstanding printing 100. It is given. Outstanding printing expenses of current year added. So add 100, 300. Again this 100 rupees printing charges outstanding of current year will appear in balance sheet. Liability side, outstanding printing 100. Next comes sundry repair 175. We have taken sundry repairs. So all the items given in the receipts and payments account I have taken here. Right? Now depreciation. Last item it is given depreciate. Depreciate the plant and machinery. Depreciation club premises by 2%. Club premises how much? You can see here club premises are 30,000. 2% of 30,000 will come to 600. Club premises 2% on 30,000. And furniture by 5%. How much is the value of furniture? 4,000. 5% comes to 200. 200. And sports equipment 33 1/3%. How much of the sports equipment you can see here? Sports equipment, sports material 2,450. So 33.333%. 33.333%. 2,450. It comes to 817. Make a calculate it. Use a calculator and see 2,450 into 33.3333%. You will get this amount, 817. So depreciation we have taken. Now come to payment side, income side. Subscription received during the year 8,700. From this we deduct last year's subscription. So last year's subscription is deducted. Current year there is no outstanding subscription. There is no outstanding subscription of current year. If there is any, we would have added. We don't have. Then proceeds of concerts we have taken. Interest on investment 500. Add outstanding interest of current year. So last line you can see interest accrued and outstanding on investment was 120. So 120 interest accrued current year. It will appear twice. So 120 rupees here you have added. Again this 120 rupees should be shown as an asset. So asset side interest accrued 120 rupees. Twice. Double time. So we have taken interest on investment. So 500 plus 120 minus 100, 520. Over. Now if you take the total on the credit side, 8,200 plus 1,500 plus 520, 10,220 is the total on the income side. From this income, we deduct expenditure, 3,600 minus 3,600 minus 1,800 minus all these amounts. After deducting all these amounts, the balancing figure is 128. This balancing figure is the surplus. It is also called excess of income over expenditure. This surplus will be added to capital fund in the balance sheet. Now I am coming to the balance sheet. By seeing the last year's balance sheet, we can decide. It is given entrance fees is to be capitalized. It is given in the problem entrance fees is to be capitalized. That sentence is given. That's why I have taken entrance fees here. Outstanding wages at the end of the year. At the end of current year, outstanding wages, it will appear twice. Outstanding wages are added to wages here. Yeah, outstanding wages of current year are added. Then again this 200 outstanding wages liability. Outstanding printing, just like outstanding wages. Outstanding printing are added to printing. Added to printing. And then again 100 rupees outstanding printing will be taken as a liability. Capital fund at the beginning of the year 49,000, here we got it. This 49 add surplus. How much is the surplus? 128. So 49,128 added. Liability side completed. Now come to asset side. If you see the cash book, at the end of the year, how much is the cash balance? 4975 given in the cash book, last item. A closing. Club premises, beginning of the year club premises are 30,000. How much depreciation provided on club premises? 600. 600 depreciation. So 30,000 minus 600, 29,400. Investment, beginning of the year investment were 10,000. Same investment, end of the year also 10,000. Sports equipment, beginning of the year 2450. Sports equipment. And during the year depreciation on sports equipment 817. So deduct 817, 1633. Furniture, beginning of the year 4,000 rupees furniture. During the year depreciation provided on furniture 200. So 4,000 minus 200, 3,800. Last one, interest accrued. It is given in the last line. Interest accrued at the end of the year twice. Once it is added here, interest accrued on investment, 100 rupees added. Again this 100 rupees should be taken. 120 rupees, sorry, current year. Yeah, interest last year. This 100 rupees interest is the last year. Current year interest accrued is 120. This 120 will be taken on the assets. That's all. Take the total on the assets and liabilities, 49,928, tally it. Over. So this is the end of problem number 15. Come on, now we'll start the next problem. Problem number 16. The following is the receipts and payments account of Calcutta Association for the year ended 31st December 2005. So we are given a receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st December 2005. Receipt side, debit side. To opening balance, cash in hand 250, cash at bank 20,550. Apart from that, subscriptions received 21,250, including for 2006. 2006 means next year. We have received some subscription in advance for the next year. So we'll deduct this 750 from 21,250. From 21,250, we deduct 750 because this 750 is the advance subscription received for the next year. So this advance subscription received will be taken as a liability in the current year balance sheet. Liability side, subscription received in advance 750 rupees for the next year 2006. The next item, hall rent. Hall rent is an income. Then interest on securities, that is also an income. Donations 10,000. Now this donation is given on the receipt side. That means donation received. Now we have to see for what purpose this donation is received. Two types of donations are there: general donation, specific donation. If it is a specific donation, then it will be taken on the liability side of the balance sheet. We'll see afterwards. Telephone receipt, that is a revenue income. Now payment side. Payment side, establishment expenses are 6,000, including 400 rupees for 2006. 2006 comes from next year. So we have paid the establishment expenses in advance. In advance, we have paid establishment expenses. How much? 400. So we deduct 400 from 6,000. Because this 400 does not belong to the current year. It belongs to the next year. So deduct 400 rupees, and this 400 rupees prepaid, advance paid, that will be taken on the asset side of the balance sheet. Telephone charges, this is a revenue expenditure. Electric charges, revenue expenditure. Stamps and stationery, revenue expenditure. Traveling, revenue expenditure. Meeting expense, revenue expenditure. Rent, revenue expenditure. Library means books purchased. It's a capital expenditure. So library should not be taken in income and expenditure account. The library is nothing but the books purchased. It will go to balance sheet, asset side. Now turn the page. Donations. Donations given 7,000 because it is given on the payment side. On payment side, by donations is given. So it's a donation given. So it will come on expenditure side. And closing cash in hand, cash at bank. This will come to the balance sheet, asset side, end of the year. The following additional information is available. The association holds 3% government security amounting 30,000. So this association is holding government securities as an investment. Government security they have purchased as an investment. So this government security will be taken on the asset side. Then the library account stood at 20,000 on 1st January. That means in this problem we have to make an opening balance sheet because we are not given the capital fund at the beginning of the year. In the whole problem, capital fund is not given. So until and unless we make the opening balance sheet, we cannot be able to know what is the capital fund at the beginning of the year. So what I am making here, balance sheet, Calcutta Association balance sheet as on 1st January 2005, opening. So it is given that the association holds 3% government security. So asset side 3% government security, 40,000. Secondly, the library stood at 20,000 on 1st January. So library books 20,000 1st January. The donations of 10,000 are to be funded for a prize to be awarded by the association. So just now we have seen donation received 10,000 on receipt side. It is given that this donation is received for prizes to be distributed. So it is called specific donation because this donation is received for a particular purpose. What is the purpose? For declaring prizes. So this donation should be capitalized. It should be taken on the liability side. So this is the liability side. Here I am taking donations for prizes, 10,000. Now the outstanding liabilities are rent 300, printing bill 100. The outstanding expenses are given: rent 300, printing bill 150. There are 400 members who pay subscription at the rate of 50 rupees per member. So in the whole association, there are totally 400 members. each member has to pay 50 rupees subscription. So 400 into 50, 20,000 rupees is the subscription for the year. Because 400 members are there. Each member has to pay 50 rupees. So when we make income and expenditure account, we take the current year income, whether received or not, immaterial. Current year income. So current year income 400 into 50, 20,000. You are required to prepare an income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st December 2005 and balance sheet as on that date. So ultimately asking you to make income and expenditure account and balance sheet. But we are not given the opening capital fund. That's why we are going to make opening balance sheet. So opening, beginning of the year, how much is the cash in hand and cash at bank? See the cash book. In the receipts and payments account, first item debit side to opening balance cash in hand 250. So I am taking cash in hand 250. So opening cash at bank is 20,550. 20,550. One item is hidden. That item is outstanding subscription of last year. How to find out? Total subscription received is 21,250. 21,250 is the total subscription received, and it is given that including 750 for 2006. 2006 means advance we have received for the next year. This 750 is included here. So deduct advance received for the next year is 750. So from 21,250 deduct 750, will get 20,500. That means during the current year we have received 20,500 subscription, right? That means 1 year subscription coming to 20,000. Current year subscription is 20,000. Current year subscription is 200 members into 400 members, sorry. 400 members into 50 rupees each. What is given in the problem? Totally 400 members are there. Each member has to pay subscription of 50 rupees. So 400 into 50, you will get 20,000. So actually 20,000 rupees should be received. But here it is showing 20,500. Because out of 21,250, 750 are received in advance. If you deduct 750 also, you are getting 20,500. So this 500 rupees for which period we have received? Last year's we have received. We have received for the last year. That means last year subscriptions were outstanding. How much outstanding? 500. That is hidden point, not given in the problem. Clue is given. 400 members, 50 rupees each, 20,000. That means current year subscription should be 20,000. But we are getting 20,500. How 20,500? Total subscription received 21,250, out of which 750 we have received for the next year. Deduct for the next year 750. Still we are having 20,500. That means this 500 I was received for the last year's outstanding. So here outstanding subscription last year 500 rupees. 500 rupees. Now take the total of the assets 81,300. 81,300. Liability side nothing. We don't have anything. The capital fund balancing figure 81,300. So this is the opening capital fund, which is not given in the problem. By making opening balance sheet, we come to know there is opening capital fund of 81,300. Now I am coming to income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account, establishment expenses 6,000. Payment side. On receipts on payment side you can see establishment expense are 6,000. But in adjustment it is given, in the bracket it is given, rupees 400 rupees are prepaid or paid for the year 2006. Next year, that means establishment expenses have been paid in advance, 600 rupees. So deduct, it is not related to current year. Our current year is 2005. We should take only expenditure of 2005. So but this 400 rupees is for 2006. Deduct. So 5,600. Now 400 rupees which we have paid in advance, prepaid, that 400 rupees should be taken on the asset side. So balance sheet asset side, prepaid establishment expenses 400. That's all. Telephone expenses 540 directly, electricity 250, travel expense 150, meeting expense 500. No adjustment, nothing. Directly we have taken. Now rent paid. Total rent paid are 5,400. Now in the problem, last sentence, it is given outstanding rent at the end of the year. End of the year, 300 rupees outstanding rent. Add up. So 5,400 plus 300, 5,007. Now this 300 rupees outstanding rent of the current year will be a liability. It will be taken on the liability side of the balance sheet. Outstanding rent. Here you can see outstanding rent 300. Right? Next comes donations. Directly payment side. Payment side you can see donations given. So 5,000 rupees that we have taken. Now stamps and stationery. Totally 600 rupees are paid given on the payment side. So now add outstanding printing charges 150. In adjustment it is given outstanding printing charges 150. That will be added. So 600 plus 150 is 750. Now this outstanding 150 rupees is a liability. So that 150 should be taken on the liability side. Outstanding printing 150. That's all. Now come to income side. Income side, subscription. This is the only difficult point in this problem. You have to focus, you have to understand what is the logic, because entirely new point. What is that? It is given that the association is having 400 members. Each member has to pay 50 rupees. So 400 into 50, 20,000 is the current year's subscription. So 400 into 50, 20,000 after. But in receipt side, it is given subscription received 21,250. And it is given in the receipts and payments account, 750 rupees are received for the next year, that is 2006. In advance we have received. So 750 you deduct 20,500. So instead of 20,000, we have received 20,500. So this 500 belongs to which year? Last year. Last year we have received during the current year. So last year outstanding subscriptions are there 500. So that 500 rupees, if you deduct, 20,000 is the current year's. This is the new point. Hall rent directly no adjustment. Now interest on security 1,000. But in adjustment it is given outstanding interest receivable is 200. So add up 1,000 plus 200, 1,200 rupees is the interest. Last one, telephone receipt, that is the revenue income. Over. So receipts income side total 22,500. From 22,500 deduct all debit items, you will get 4,010, 4010. That is the surplus. Excess of income over expenditure. That's it. Now I am coming to the balance sheet. Balance sheet. Liability side, subscription received in advance 750 rupees. Subscription, this 750 rupees is received in advance during the for the next year. Subscription outstanding is an asset, but subscription received in advance is a liability. Then outstanding rent, just now I told you, outstanding printing, donation for prizes. In the receipts and payments account, prizes received, and adjustment it is saying that these donations are received for prize distribution, specific donation. That's why here. Now capital fund at the beginning of the year 81,300 we got it from opening balance sheet. To this you add the surplus 4,010. So add up 4,010, 85,310. Liability side completed. Now asset side. First of all, in the receipts and payments account, closing cash in hand and closing cash at bank. The last item it is given closing cash in hand is 310 and cash at bank are 32,600. Apart from that, prepaid establishment expenses. Here you can see establishment expense advance paid for 2006. How much? Prepaid 400. That 400 I have taken. Government security. Beginning of the year we are having government security 40,000. Same 40,000 government security end of the year. Outstanding interest on security. Here interest on security outstanding. Current year 200. This 200 I have taken. Library books. Beginning of the year how much was the library books? 20,000. During the year some library books are more purchased. So library books 20,000 beginning of the year. During the year new books purchased 3,000. You can see the payment side. Receipts and payments. Payment side you can see 3,000 library. That is the books. Total is 23,000 library books purchased. So total of the balance sheet is 96,510. Tallied. Both the sides are equal. So every problem you are coming across one or two new points. So focus on those new points. Other points are easy, no doubt about it. Focus on the new point. Just like in this problem, subscription. So watch this video once, twice, thrice, then definitely you can be able to get the idea. So if you're satisfied with my lecture, give a like to the video. Share my channel in your group, in your friend circle, so that more students can watch the video and enhance the knowledge. Give your comments on these videos. And lastly, subscribe my channel if you have not yet subscribed. We'll continue the next problem in the next video.